When Jelly Roll stepped onto the cover of Men's Health, even longtime fans had to do a double take. The man who once filled stages with raw emotion and carried the physical weight of years of struggle was suddenly standing there almost unrecognizable. Lighter by nearly 300 pounds, staring straight into the camera like someone who had finally reclaimed his life. This wasn't just a glow-up. This was a transformation that felt earned, painful, and deeply personal. And what shocked people even more was the truth behind it. Jelly Roll didn't use weight loss drugs. No shortcuts, no miracle injections. Just a brutal, honest journey that nearly broke him before it rebuilt him. In his revealing interview with Men's Health, hitting newsstands on January 13th, Jelly Roll didn't sugarcoat how far he had come or how dark things once were. Seeing himself on that cover felt surreal, he admitted, like looking at a version of himself he never believed could exist. When asked how he felt, his answer cut straight to the heart. He said he felt like he had lost as much weight as it looked like he had lost. Not just physically, but emotionally. The exhaustion, the shame, the fear, it all felt lighter. For the first time in his life, he said, he felt incredible. For years, Jelly Roll was honest about being trapped inside his own body. Fame didn't protect him from the physical toll of obesity. Touring was harder. Breathing was harder. Living was harder. And while the world watched him rise as a country star, behind the scenes, he was fighting a war he wasn't sure he could win. The turning point didn't come from vanity. It came from fear. Fear that his body would give out before his story was finished. One of the biggest headlines from the interview was his decision to avoid GLP-1 weight loss drugs, the same medications dominating Hollywood and social media. Jelly Roll made it clear this choice wasn't about judging anyone else. He openly said if those drugs help someone, they should go get them. But for him, the fear was real and deeply personal. As a singer, his voice is everything, and the potential side effects terrified him. Acid reflux, nausea, vocal strain. These weren't minor concerns. He said few things scared him more than acid reflux, because one damaged vocal cord could silence his entire career. Instead of injections, Jelly Roll chose something far more uncomfortable: discipline. Real change, the kind that doesn't come with instant results. He built a team around him, not just trainers, but chefs and mental health experts who understood that weight loss wasn't just about food. It was about trauma, addiction, self-worth. For Jelly Roll, the battle didn't start in the gym. It started in his head. He spoke openly about learning how to be present, something that didn't come naturally to him. One of the lessons that stuck with him was slowing down. Walking slower, smelling every rose, putting the phone down, and actually living in the moment. For someone who had spent years running from pain, this kind of stillness was terrifying. But it became essential. He realized that binge eating wasn't about hunger. It was about avoidance. Food and exercise became tools, not punishments. He didn't starve himself. He didn't chase extremes. He learned how to fuel his body instead of abusing it, and the workouts weren't glamorous. There were no viral gym montages in the beginning. Just pavement, just sweat, just showing up day after day, even when it hurt. He said it came down to being willing to pound the pavement and get his heart rate up, even when his body begged him to stop. Throughout his journey, Entertainment Tonight followed Jelly Roll, capturing moments that revealed just how far he had come. One of the most emotional milestones was in 2024, when he trained for the Two Bears 5K run. At the start of his transformation, he couldn't even walk a mile. The idea of running a 5K felt impossible. Yet there he was, months later, crossing the finish line, emotional, exhausted, and proud. After the race, he admitted that when he first started back in January, even walking was a struggle. Completing 3 miles, 3-point-something miles, felt unreal. He said he felt really, really good. Not because of the distance, but because it proved something to himself. It proved that change was possible. That the version of himself he hated didn't have to be permanent. The transformation didn't stop with him. People around him noticed the shift, not just in his body, but in his energy. When someone pointed out that they had also lost weight, around 50 to 70 pounds, Jelly Roll reacted with genuine joy. He celebrated their progress as much as his own. That's when it became clear. This journey wasn't about ego. It was about survival, about community, about showing others that if he could do it, maybe they could too. At 41 years old, Jelly Roll knows this isn't the end of the story. He doesn't pretend the temptation is gone. He doesn't claim victory over food or addiction forever. What he has gained is awareness. He knows his triggers now. He knows when he's spiraling. And most importantly, he knows how to ask for help. There's something deeply powerful about watching someone who once sang about pain, now sing about faith, resilience, and redemption, while living those lyrics in real life. Lines from his music, where he cries out to God only when he needs a favor, feel different now. They feel earned. His weight loss isn't separate from his art. It's woven into it. Every pound lost carries a story of discipline, fear, and courage. What makes Jelly Roll's transformation resonate so deeply is that he never pretends it was easy. He admits there were days he hated it, days he wanted to quit, days when the scale didn't move and the old voice in his head told him he'd always be that guy. But he kept going anyway, not for applause, not for a magazine cover, but because he wanted to live long enough to enjoy the life he worked so hard to build. Seeing Jelly Roll today, standing confident, healthier, and more grounded, feels like watching a man finally step into the future he once thought was off limits. His nearly 300-pound weight loss isn't just a number. It's proof that transformation doesn't have to come from a needle or a trend. Sometimes it comes from fear, honesty, and the decision to face yourself when it would be easier to hide. And as fans continue to react to his Men's Health cover, one thing is clear. This isn't just a celebrity transformation story. It's a reminder that even at your heaviest, physically or emotionally, you are not beyond change. Jelly Roll didn't just lose weight, he gained his life back.